So you pull Silver Wolf SP, no Yao Guan, no Spoxy, just you, your free-to-play roster, and a character screen full of question marks. What Lightcone do I need to use? What relics do I need to farm? What stats should I focus on? Nobody's making a guide for your situation. Well, good thing you're here. Now, before we get into the Lightcones and Relic, you need to understand one thing about Silver Wolf SP. And also, by the way, I'm just going to be referring to her as Silver Wolf SP for the rest of the video because her official legal government name is kind of too long to remember, and I like to call her Silver Wolf SP. But anyway, speed is everything. And I mean literally. She has a major trace, aka a passive trace, called Force and Speedrun. Once her speed hits 160 or higher, her laser damage gets a massive boost. That's the number you're chasing. 160 speed. Everything we're about to talk about, Lightcones, Relic, Substat, it all feeds into that one goal. So let's build it up. Okay, the Lightcones. I'm going to give you 3 tiers. Best, budget, and don't bother. Best in slot, welcome to the Cosmic City. This is her signature Lightcone. Gives her speed, defense ignore, and bonus punchline on ultimate. You need more punchline to generate more MMR for ultimate. It is genuinely incredible, and if you have it, you already know. But if you're watching this video, you probably don't. So moving on, tier 1 budget option is Mushy Shroomy Adventure. This is the 4-star Lightcone, and this is your free-to-play best option. It boosts elation damage, and when she uses the elation skill, every enemy in the fight takes more elation damage. It's basically a team-wide damage boost hiding inside a single equip. The catch? It's more effective when you're running other elation characters alongside her, aka Elation Trailblazer or any elation unit, which if you watched the last video, you already are. Here too, Elation Brimming with Blessing. You might already have this one sitting in your inventory. When Silver Wolf SP uses her ultimate on herself, which she does, she triggered the passive and picked up an extra 24% elation damage. It's not Mushy Shroomy Adventure, but it works. Use it while you're farming or saving for better option. Tier 3, and this is the don't bother tier, anything that scales up attack percentage. Silver Wolf SP elation damage doesn't scale from attack. You can slap the highest attack stat Lightcone in the game on her and it will do almost nothing. Focus more on the Lightcone passive ability before you equip it. If it's a attack percentage, put it away. Actually, before we go over the relics next, one thing I want to address because I got some comments about this on the last video, not everyone has E6 Asta. I know I said, and if you've been a free-to-play since day 1, you should already have E6 Asta by now. But that's not fair to players who started recently, or just got unlucky with dupes. So here's the real answer. Even E0 Asta still gives Silver Wolf SP a 50-point speed buff on ultimate. That alone can push her from 110 to 160 if your relic have even a little speed on them. So you don't need E6. E0 works. Build her regardless. Okay, next is the relic. The best set for Silver Wolf SP is the ever glorious Magical Girl. That's right, you're turning her into a Magical Girl. This is the 4-piece set. The 4-piece gives her crit damage and let her elation damage ignore 10% of enemy defense plus up to another 10% based on the punchline stack for a total of 20% defense ignore from the set alone. Combine that with a good Lightcone and Silver Wolf SP starts shredding through enemy that should be way tankier than her damage suggests. The alternative is the Diviner of Distant Reach. If you're struggling to hit 160 speed, this set gives you speed and crit rate based on how fast you already are. Think of it as a speed ramp. You put it on, you get more speed, you get more crit rate from the speed, and you hit the trace threshold. It's a training wheel set, but it generally works while you're still farming for a better set. Next is the Planeteer Ornament, and you should choose the Punk Load Stage 0. This is a 2-piece set. It provides elation percentage plus crit damage. It's our best in class, and it's been the answer since she came out. Now stat priority, and write this down because they are important, very important. First, the body piece, get crit rate or crit damage. It doesn't matter which one you get first. You need both eventually. Next is the feet. And you, of course, you should already know by now, speed. Speed is important.
Speed, I'm speed.
And yes, for you foot fetish people lover, this is probably gonna be very easy for you to do. But anyway, this is your 160 target. And this slot is your easiest path to it. For Platinum Spear, get the HP percentage or defense percentage. Silver Wolf SP doesn't scale up attack, so you're building for survivability on the slot, not damage. For the Link Rope, same as the Spear, get HP or defense. For substat, again, speed. Speed comes first, then crit rate, and then crit damage, in that order. Every piece you farm, you're looking for speed on the substat. Everything else comes after. Now, if you're newer or you just don't have farm relics yet, here's how I prioritize. First, get the speed boots. Just one good speed feet piece gets you closer to 160 than 5 mediocre pieces with random substat. Farm until you have a foot piece with base stat and at least one speed substat. That's your first goal. Second, don't panic over the body piece. A crit rate body is ideal, but a crit damage body also works depending on what your substat look like. Don't burn your Chirply's power chasing perfection on the first piece. Then functional, then optimize. And third and lastly, the platinum ornaments are easier to target farm than regular relic. The Divergent Universe, aka the Simulator Universe Extended Mode, lets you farm specific ornament set directly. Go there for Punklow Stage 0 before you grind the Relic domain for the Magical Girl set. If any of this is clicking for you and you want more free-to-play breakdowns like this one, hit that subscribe button. I make these specifically so you don't have to dig through guides built for whale accounts. I'll keep making them as long as you keep watching. So let's put all together your free-to-play Silver Wolf build. First, the Lightcone. Get the Mushy Shooby Adventure if you have it. If not, use a Leisure brimming with blessing. And if you pull her signature Lightcone, use it. That's the honest tier list. For the relics, get the ever-glorious Magical Girl 4-piece set. Punklow Stage 0 Planeteer, Speed Boot, Crit Body, HP or Defense for Spear and Rope for the stats. Target stat, you want to get 160 speed, 95 to 100% crit rate, and then stack the crit damage from there with the substats. Does she hit COE numbers without the signature Lightcone and Premium relics? No, but does she work? Yes, comfortably. She was built for speed. You just gave her runway. And remember, don't poo for the meta, poo for the waifu. Or in this case, the gamer. One stinking gamer. So, what do you guys think? Is this the build you're running on Silver Wolf SP? Or are you doing something different? Let me know in the comments below. I generally want to see what teams and builds you are putting together. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And click that subscribe button if you want to see more free-to-play guide videos like this one. And check out my last video where I broke down the free-to-play team you should be running with Silver Wolf SP. Click the thumbnail on the left side of this video right now.